What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about riding the wave when it comes to life, right? And I'm also gonna talk about how I view the afterlife, and I'm also gonna talk about just reflecting on my life experiences and how I could kind of see through my life on why I'm experiencing the things I'm experiencing. And let's get to it. So, first topic, riding the wave. So, right now in my life, I'm currently riding the wave. Well, I'm always riding the wave. Like, what I mean by that is like, no, I'm not where I'm at supposed to be in life right now. No, I'm not attracting the types of people I want, or even the type of relationship I always wanted in my life, or even with money. So I'm not where I'm at, but I am thankful because I could be in a worse position. Um, I am away from my abusive family household. I am in a position where I can make something out of myself. I'm making stable income, so like, I am pleased with where I'm at. But at the same time, I feel like I want like it's hard to explain. So I got what I want, but not what I need. If that makes sense. I mean, for example, I love my career, but it's just that I want to be in a romantic I want to be in a romantic relationship. I want to meet like-minded people and friends. So that, and obviously, I want to make a lot more money as well, so I could get the things I want. You know, so obviously this shit like this it takes time, but I feel like all my life I'm always battling meeting the right types of people or always wanting to be in a romantic relationship, right? But the things I want it happens so slowly, and that's where I'm trying to get at when it comes to riding the wave. Sometimes you gotta ride the wave. I feel like God or spirit or life is gonna put us through situations we really don't want to be in or we just don't want to fucking deal with, but we have to do it just so it's part of our life script or it's part of our life mission, right? It's kind of like it's like when you're living in your family's household, right? You don't want to take out the trash, but you have to take out the trash. You have to. Nah, I'm gonna use a different example. Let's say you work at a job, right? You love what you do. You love your job, but you hate taking out the trash. Sometimes your boss or your manager, sometimes your boss or your manager or your coworkers, they want you to take out the trash, or they want you to clean the dishes, but you don't want to do any of those things. But at the same time, you love your job. You just don't like doing those two duties, right? But you have to do it because it's a part of the job. You just got to get that shit done. Once you get it done, once you get it over with, then you can work on the things you enjoy doing in your job, right? That's how I kind of view life. Like I feel like in life, I feel like it's healthy to have desires. Obviously, if it's not harming you, just don't let the desires control you. But I think it's good to have desires because if you have desires, then you're able to create goals, and once you create goals, you develop better habits in life, and then you have more things to look forward to in life, right? It'll get you more motivated, so you have more energy, right? It will give you more. It'll just make life more exciting. So it's always good to have desires. Just not don't let your desires control you. If that makes sense. So, oh fuck, where was I getting at? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, fuck, man. I lost my train of thought. My apologies. Hopefully I can remember. But basically, I want like there's certain desires I want, man. Oh yeah, here we go. So with life, like sometimes with life, it's gonna force us to do shit we don't want to do, but we have to do it just so our soul could experience certain shit. Just so like just for experience pretty much, and so we could gain wisdom and knowledge for our soul, right? And for our evolution, and so it could put us in a better position, and it will make us more prepared for once we actually get the things we really want and desire. We'll be prepared from it based on our own experiences and our situations dealing with shit we didn't want to experience. Like, for example, if you're meant to be famous and well known and to make a lot of money and to have like-minded loving friends and like have a romantic relationship, right? That you enjoy, life and life, spirit, or God or the universe is gonna put you through some bullshit where you're going to know what it's like to be around shitty people. You're going to know what it's like to be in shitty work situations. Did being around disrespectful people, being around people who like to manipulate or two faced that you didn't see coming. You know what I'm saying? They always have bad intentions from you or their intentions to use you in some way, right? And it makes sense. So if your life purpose is to become famous or to at least deal with a lot of people, it's gonna make sense that spirit's gonna put you around different types of people. So once you reach that success to where like you're famous and you're always dealing with a lot of people or like you're very well known, Now you know what to look for, or you know what to spot for when dealing with people, because a spirit puts you through a lot of experiences to the point where you know what it's like on how to deal with manipulative people, deceitful people, narcissistic people, toxic people, disrespectful people. So you know what what human beings are capable of doing, but with the types of humans that you're dealing with, and you know how to spot humans who have bad energy or who has bad intentions when they're dealing with you, right? So that shit makes sense, right? I will go more into detail, but I'm tired. But I will make a part two. So, and for example, if you're meant to have a very loving relationship, right? Maybe spirit's gonna put you around very shitty romantic partners. So once you get it, one, you won't take it for granted. But two, since you're constantly experiencing shitty partners, you know what you don't want, so you can get what you do want, right? Same thing with friendships. If you're meant to have very loving friendships who are there for you, that you never thought possible, you're going to be around shitty fucking people who like to use you and take from you, right? It's how life is. Well, at least that's how I feel life is. And I've learned these from other people as well, but I believe in what they're saying, and I've experienced those things as well. Well, at least I know I'm like I've experienced the good side of life where I'm in a romantic relationship where I'm meeting like-minded people, or obviously family is well known. Obviously, I've experienced those things yet, but I feel like if I'm meant to experience those things, then it makes sense on why I had to go through situations and people that I had to deal with, right? It makes sense. It makes sense why I'm constantly dealing with like shitty people, or like just stupid ass work situations that I don't want to fucking deal with, right? It makes sense that like I've been single my whole life, or like I've always struggled financially, because I can learn lessons. So once I get to the top, I know how to manage my money. I know how to spot bad energy, bad advice from people. I know how to not take shit for granted, and I know what it's like to experience the good parts of life, because I've experienced the bad parts of life pretty much. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know, and I feel like that happens to everyone, but it works in different ways, depending on someone's purpose, or depending on someone's life mission, right? So, you know, you like it's like people always got to experience the opposite in order for them to get to what they want to experience, right? It's kind of like life, where God tried to teach them hard ass, painful lessons in life, right? So, once they get to the other side of success, they know what to. They've learned so much, so they know how to handle success. This is why when people say, "Fuck," I forgot the wording. Um, Sometimes when people reach success, or they reach a certain, like if they become very rich or like well known or famous, sometimes people aren't going to handle it. So maybe this is why spirit, they want us to experience a lot of abundance in life, but they don't want us to not be prepared. That's why spirit's constantly putting us through painful bullshit situations we don't want to experience, but it's necessary. So once we reach success, we'll be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So we can handle success pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's what spirit's trying to make us do, right? Depending, but it may look different from each person, because each person's unique. Each person has a different type of purpose, right? So it is what it is. For some people, maybe they experience success early on in life, and maybe they're meant to learn on that, like, yes, you experienced success early in life, but you weren't able to handle it. So now spirit's gonna put you through rock bottom, and now your goal is to get back up. So you'll be more prepared, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends on someone's purpose, you know what I'm saying? But you know. But yeah, so that's how life is sometimes. Sometimes in life you're not going to attract your desires, or it's not going to come to you, even though you're very deserving of it and you want it really bad. At times life is going to test you, or life's going to put you through situations you don't want to be in, just so life could give you a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and so it could prepare you more. And this is why when people say the bigger your purpose, the more bullshit you have to go through, because it's more so spirit or life trying to prepare you on the things that you need to learn, or that you need in order for you to get the stuff you need. So like once you get it, you know what to expect, and you know how to handle these situations, and you know how to handle success and abundance. So it makes sense that like the bigger someone's purpose, the more bullshit they have to go through. You know what I'm saying? It's just not easy. This shit's painful. It's deep. It gets deep pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, and it makes sense too, because when you see most famous people, most people who are so successful, you notice a pattern where like in their first half of their life, they always had to experience some type of pain, trauma, trial and error, right? Not everyone, but like most people who are very well known and successful, they all had to experience some fucked up shit. you know, and that's how it is, unfortunately. But it's just how life is, you know. So, but yeah, um, but yeah, man. Um, I wanted to talk about more topics, but I forgot what I was going to talk about. So I might talk about random stuff that's on my mind. Um, I'm gonna talk about um, Venus and retrograde, right? So we are in the Venus and retrograde, um, and it's making me reflect on the past relationships that I've experienced and that it didn't turned out well. You know, who doesn't want to experience romantic love? It's one of the most beautiful, most amazing things the human experience has to offer is love, right? I consider myself as a hopeless romantic, so like I always want to love, right? But but spirit or life always put me around shitty partners, man, or or either that or like some bullshit life circumstance gets in the way of me and the person I want to be with not be together. So it's bullshit, man. It sucks, but there's where you get your karmic energies, your karmic soul ties, and you know what I'm saying, according to like spiritual channels and YouTubers and stuff. But this is how it is. But you know, um, but yeah, it's one of the best feelings in the world where like you're with someone and I know some people prefer different things. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people like to date around. Some people like to have one partner. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more so talking about having one partner. Like, imagine you just settle with one person. Like, you two aren't in the same alignment, same wavelength. You two both have a purpose. I mean, you two are working on your purpose. You know, so you two are very goal oriented, and there's an attraction there, and just you two are just navigating life. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best feelings in the world. You know, and along with that, you have like loving, like-minded friends. You know, where you guys have deep conversations. Like you two have each other's backs. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best feelings in the world. Like I'm telling you, I am going to experience those things. I just know I am. You know what I'm saying? I just know I can feel this shit in my heart, and this is why like when people say follow your heart or like, I feel like when people are meant for certain things in life, they just know it, and this is why they take action. I feel like the reasons why people are so um, resilient and like relentless, and they have so much faith and like all this belief in themselves because they feel in their heart that like they're meant to experience great things, and everyone is meant to experience great things. It may look different ways for each person because every person has a unique purpose in life, but this is why you got to do the healing work so you get tapped in, so you can follow your heart, follow your intuition, and bam, you know, you're able to attract the things you want. You know what I'm saying? This is why like when you see someone who's very successful, it's hard for them to like get them off their path because they're in the right alignment, they're following their heart, and they could just feel it. It's hard to explain. Like you can just feel it in your heart that like you're meant for certain things in life that are good. You know what I'm saying? You know, so even when no one sees it, even there's no proof, but you just feel it, you just know it, and that's where you get your tunnel vision from. You know what I'm saying? So, and some people call that like, what's it called? That that fuck the delusional belief on yourself. Like, you ever see someone like and like they have so much belief in themselves, not in a cocky way, but like it seems so delusional. It's because they feel it in their heart that like they are going to get those things they want, even though when there's no proof, no one sees it, they can feel it. You can't physically see that you feel something. They just it's like a knowing, and next thing you know, these people attract those things. You know what I'm saying? Despite the circumstances, despite all of the like situations that doesn't look like it's gonna favor them, they still were able to find a way to make it happen, right? This is why when you see people who are born home, this is why when we see people who are born homeless, they're able to become billionaires or fucking millionaires and shit because they feel in their heart that like they could get it. You know what I'm saying? So this is how life is pretty much. But but yeah, but I feel like I'm in a stage in my life where like I'm forced to do things that I don't like. It's not that I don't hate it. It's just that I want certain things out of life. Like I have certain desires I really want so bad, but I feel like life or God is really trying to test me, or like not test me. I hate that word, but like they're trying to, like I just have to be patient. You know what I'm saying? I hate waiting. I hate being patient because I've been doing this shit for so fucking long. You know what I'm saying? And it gets annoying where like you're trying to change the situation. You're trying to change the outcome, but you're always meeting like the same shitty fucking people. Like I use mine for example. Like I'll get away from my dysfunctional family. That shit was mad annoying. I had to go through hell just to get away from them. You know what I'm saying? And then once I was able to get away from them, then I still meet or I still attract shitty fucking people. Not all the time, but sometimes, you know. And sometimes it gets consistently. You know what I'm saying? And so this shit gets annoying. So like, I'm constantly dealing with like stupid ass people who are disrespectful, and then I'm always put into situations where I'm always financially struggling, either through my spending habits or once I fix my spending habits, then I deal with someone who scammed me for money or who's trying to use me for money and they won't pay me back. Yes, I've actually experienced that shit. You know, like I was able to save enough money so I could buy a car. I had a lot of money. I'm not gonna say how much, but I had a lot of money where I could afford not just any car, but a really good car. Then next you know, I had a friend who was close to me. He actually stole my money or now, and he actually no, he didn't steal my money. He scammed me for money. He was using me for money, and he pretty much stole my money, and that's when I realized like holy shit, like he was using me for money this whole time. So this is where you get your parasites from, your parasitical relationships from. So that's I learned a valuable lesson from that. You know, you gotta watch out for people like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for snakes. We like people really are snakes. You know, so you got to be mindful of who you spend your time with. You know what I'm saying? You really can't trust people like that. Now, don't be paranoid, but just know that there are some people who have wicked intentions, and just because you study a lot of psychology or like you know a lot about spirituality, you can still be manipulated and tricked and deceived because it catches you off guard. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful when you're dealing with people. Um, it's kind of question their motives and shit. But it's life. You just live and you learn. It is what it is. I was bummed out by it. I felt betrayed, but that's pretty much I've been dealing with my whole life that I've struggled with. I've struggled with a lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing. Like I've dealt with this shit growing up through like family members, and then like no one would like protect me. No one will like see my side of the story. So it's very traumatizing, horrible. But I am in the process of trying to work through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Through like therapy work, through spiritual healing, through like fasting and purging my emotions, right? Like anger and sadness. You know what I'm saying? Through like crying it out, yelling it out, shit like that, right? But it gets deep. It's life is no joke, man. Sometimes I think that when I'm going through hardships or when I'm going through tough times, I'm not sure if it's because because I'm not sure if I'm breaking generational curses, if my soul chose to come down here so I could break generational curses from my family bloodline, or it was because, or maybe I'm experiencing so much bad shit because I've done bad things in my past lives, so now I have to repay it in this lifetime. Or maybe both. Maybe, yes, that thing, but I'm also meant to break generational curses. And this is why spirit and life is putting me through horrible abusive situations with family and people and other life situations so I could break these cycles from my family's bloodline and my ancestral bloodline and shit, right? So when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to life, it's just there's so much theories out there, there's so much possibilities out there. I guess there's no right or wrong, but it's whatever resonates with you, I guess. But I do question my life path, or like I do question like why am I going through the things I'm going through? Like why me? Or like why is this happening to me? Like have I done something to deserve this? Is it part of my soul mission, my life path? Am I experiencing spiritual warfare? Like that's out of my control. Like is the devil trying to attack me, or like lower vibrational entities trying to attack me? You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. It gets tricky. It gets tricky. And there's so much theories out there when it comes to spirituality. Some people say some people when it comes to purposes, like when it comes to spiritual purposes, I mean we all have a spiritual purpose, but you know what I mean when it comes to spiritual channels. Some people are meant to break generational curses. Some people say your soul chose to come down here, or like some people say your soul didn't complete enough missions or tasks in the past life, so now you got to redo them again in this lifetime, so now it's harder. Or like you know what I'm saying. Or some people say you done bad things in the past life, so now you're forced to reincarnate so you can face your karma. So there's so much possibilities out there, but you just got to use your intuition, I guess. But I don't know, man. it just sucks how like time is speeding up so fast. Like, why is time speeding up so fast? Like, I can't get things done. I can't get things done throughout the day, man. When I get off from work, like I got like I begin 2 to 3 hours of sleep every night. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want to study, I want to better my career, I want to better myself, but then I get bummed out because time is speeding up so fast and I don't want to sleep, you know, but I have to sleep because sometimes my body can't keep up with my mind. So like you see how I look tired? Like there are times where I'll be working and then like I catch myself falling asleep during work or when someone's trying to teach me or explain to me on how to do certain things. Sometimes I catch myself like falling asleep because I've been up all night studying, working on my craft. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks how much. It's sometimes it sucks like the human body, it can't keep up with your willpower. Like it can't keep up with your mind sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still in your human body. You're still in the flesh. You know. And that's why when you work out intensely, your body needs to recover. Your body needs rest. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Just um, I have a personal tarot reader that I love so much, and I'm so thankful for her because like I always book tarot readings from her, and she always give me so much clarity when it comes to life, when it comes to situations that's keeping me stuck. You know what I'm saying? So thank God we have tarot readers. Me, I personally only trust one tarot reader. I love her so much, and I'm so thankful for her. You know, because she gave me a lot of clarity, and she's making my heart a lot lighter. You know what I'm saying? Like she's making my heart release all these burdens because I've asked her a lot of questions on why I'm experiencing the things I'm experiencing, or like family members, or like why does my certain family members act this way towards me, and with the help of personal tarot readings, she was able to give me a lot of clarity on why the people do the things they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's very healing. Tarot is a I feel like tarot is a good thing. He's got to know how to. Well, first you got to find the right people on who you trust, because there are good tarot readers out there. Me, I only trust one, but I know there are a lot of good tarot readers out there. He's got to find them. He's got to use your discernment. There are also bad tarot readers as well, so you got to use your discernment. You know what I'm saying? Like tarot readers who like to scam, but you also have genuine tarot readers. So he's got to use your discernment. Well, my best advice when you're trying to find a tarot reader for a personal readings, try to find one that you connect with at a soul level. You know what I'm saying? That you trust. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I don't know, this is crazy, man. Like when it comes to karma and shit, like people be doing me so fucking wrong, bro. Like I be asking myself, how the fuck am I not in jail? How am I not in prison for the amount of shit that I went through? The average person, and I'm not trying to underestimate anyone, but like the average person would to experience what I had to experience through like physical, mental abuse and shit, like they wouldn't have gone to jail or prison. So like I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I have good self control. I don't know what, man, but like I'll be looking back at my life. I'm like, holy shit, I really experienced family abuse and trauma and all this crazy ass shit, man. Like how the fuck? Like I'm so proud of myself. Like I'm able to